Good afternoon and happy Monday. Thank you for joining me for another office hours training. I am Crystal L. Gunn, your financial strategist and small business advisor. And part of my job as that strategist, be it on the business side or the personal side, is to help you create a solid financial relationship or a strong business base or foundation on which you can grow. I also help you have some aha moments, right? All that helps with the breakthroughs. That's where you start to shift. That's where the magic happens, be it in your personal finances or in your overall business, right? So it's Monday. That means it is all about Monday money mindsets, right? And last week we started talking about self-care and self-love and how self-care and self-love is crucial to our physical and mental health because you can't possibly love and care for others if you don't love and care for yourself to the highest level, right? But there's a correlation between love, self-worth, and your financial relationship, right? I started talking about it last week with just self-love and how you manage and perceive your finances often reflects your inner feelings of self-worth and the self-love that you have for yourself, right? So let's dig a little deeper today, focusing on the self-worth side of it. And so again, last Monday I talked about self-love. Go back and watch that episode. So let's look at self-worth and financial decisions. Valuing yourself. Your sense of self-worth influences your financial decisions. When you value yourself, you're less likely to invest in your future, save diligently, and avoid debt traps, right? So you keep charging and buying things and carrying all this credit card balance and just going and getting more debt. You believe you deserve financial stability and prosperity when you have higher self-worth. Listen, I already know some of y'all are saying, Crystal, I love me. I don't know what you're talking about. But remember, your financial relationship wasn't even defined by you and it doesn't serve you. So the level of this impact will vary from person to person. You may not, you literally may make really good money. And I get these phone calls from people all the time. Crystal, I make really good money, but my savings isn't where it should be. I make really good money, but my whole financial stuff is whack. I make really good money, but I got too much debt, or my credit card, my credit is bad. Fill in the dot, dot, dot. I make too much money, but dot, dot, dot. I get those calls all of the time, right? And so you're not consciously saying you're not going to save money or plan for retirement. You're not consciously saying, I'm going to run up this debt or I'm not going to pay these bills on time. It just happens. And most people have no idea why they operate the way they do. Or if you know some of the reasons, you may not know how to heal them so that you can redefine your financial relationship so that it works in your favor. Another thing that you need to consider is overcoming financial shame. So many times people will call me, or I was talking to them in workshops or after workshops or just out at events, and they'll say, Crystal, I'm ashamed. Or I'm ashamed to say this. Or I'm ashamed that my credit is this. Or I'm ashamed that this happened. Life happens, right? Many people carry shame about their financial mistakes. And I end every one of these office hours training, all of my financial workshops, and I tell my clients over and over again, give yourself some grace. Give yourself some grace. Life happens. And again, your financial relationship wasn't even defined by you. It doesn't work for you. But in order to heal it and redefine it, you have to face it and then forgive it. You got to let go of the shame. When you face it and forgive it, you can start to fix it. Now, you should feel a certain kind of way, though. If your financial relationship isn't how you want it to be, if it doesn't look how you want it to look, and you do nothing to redefine it. And then let's talk about charging your worth, right? And this is something that I see far more in women than I do in men. In professional settings, your self worth will determine how much you price your services or negotiate your salary. Believing in your value ensures you don't undercharge or accept less than you deserve. And I've heard the argument, and I get it, that when trying to determine, and this is really for self employed people, when trying to determine their price for their God given talent. So, what is this thing I make? What is this service that I provide? It's harder because those things come so naturally and easily. And so, this is when you need coaching. Again, if it's not me, somebody, but someone who could help you and set a price. And they're not only helping you set a price, right? But they're helping you to understand and believe that you deserve the price that you're setting. Because even if you set an accurate price, even if you are in line with other people who do the work that you do, even if you're in line with that price, if you don't believe you deserve it, you're not going to gain the revenue and you're not going to attract the customers. Okay? Your financial health is a reflection of your self love and your self worth. By nurturing it and healing your relationship with money, you are simultaneously nurturing and healing yourself, right? Remember, I say when you heal and redefine your personal financial relationship, all the other areas in your life start to change. They start to heal. They start to become better. Why? Because the same things that are negatively impacting your personal financial relationship showing up in all of those other areas of your life. And it's a journey, and it's a journey that requires patience, forgiveness, and a commitment to valuing yourself and your financial future. As you redefine your financial relationship, you'll find your self worth and self love growing stronger. You won't settle for the same things. You won't do the same things. You won't even make the same mistakes. And you get the life that you deserve. So, what is my favorite thing for today? My favorite thing for today is just simply self care, self love, loving on you, healing your financial relationship, understanding that you're worth it, that you're worth to have, that you're worthy of having all things. Prosperity is your birthright, right? So, going down that path of forgiveness, going down that path of recognizing your self worth and putting it into your financial relationship. And again, it's a journey. Remember, a journey of patience, a journey of understanding, a journey of forgiving. But it's a journey that's super, super worth it. Okay. So, what's the homework? Think about your current self care routine and how that impacts or plays a part with your self worth, what you're charging, what you're doing, how your credit looks, how your savings looks, how your retirement looks, all of that. Because this is part of self-care. So when you're looking at your self-care, are looking at these things part of your self-care routine? And if they're not, it's time to put them in that. It's time to put your finances in your self-care. And then what part of your finances do you need to address first? Do you need to address credit? Do you need to address savings? Do you need to address two or three things at one time? But ensuring that you understand just how valuable you are, just how dope and amazing you are, understanding your worth, right? And stepping into it and saying, I am worthy of this. I am worthy of these things. And stop settling for less. But in order to do that, you got to hold that mirror up to yourself and start to heal, right? So think about your current self-care routine. Make sure part of that routine is looking at your finances, right? And making sure that your financial situation matches your self-worth. And if your financial situation is not where it needs to be, it's time to examine your self-worth and then examine that financial situation and then do what you need to do to heal it and redefine your personal financial relationship so that works in your favor. So that you get to live the life that you desire and deserve and not the one that you get after paying bills, right? So if this information has been helpful, please subscribe to my channel and be sure to turn notifications on. If you are in need of personal or business strategy, if you're in need of any type of checkups, if you are in need of life insurance or powers of attorney, just schedule. The links are in the description below, right? Stop being the gatekeeper to your own success. And then remember, always, always, always give yourself some grace. Listen, you don't know what you don't know. It's so much going on. And even if you know some things, right? Sometimes it's really, really hard to figure things out when you're standing in the middle of the thing. Sometimes you need some help, right? So always give yourself some grace. Keep striving for your next level. You're not in competition with anyone. Your goal in this life is to elevate to your next level, to your highest level. Right. And so keep striving for that and never, ever, ever give up on you. Invest in you. I promise you, it is the best investment that you will ever make, and it will change your life forever. Thank you so much for joining me today. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time. Be sure to join me for the private online Q&A immediately following. The link is in the description. And if you haven't done so already, please be sure to subscribe to my channel and turn notifications on so you never miss this opportunity. Thank you again, and I will see you on the other side.